stat. You might have seen it too.
Oh,
Mic check 1, 2.
Active!
Tell these
Make
rappers
it
I'm
good.
outside, get them start acting up. I'm turning hoes to housewives, I'm cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it.
Fuck everybody on the floor! When we see you in the finals, bring that same energy, nigga!
Yeah, yeah. What is going on, my good people? Welcome to another episode of Knicks and Ish. Y'all already know the vibery. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Frass Taz, in the building, as always. And of course, on the other side of the screen, we have our beloved host, my guy, the one and only Tea Time. Shout out to you, Brody, as always, for another episode. Shout out our other panel members, the First Lady of Knicks and Ish, Mrs. Nick. And of course, our beloved co-host, Kev Rodriguez. Always shout out to our peoples. Shout out everybody in the comments. Y'all already know the vibes. Please press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. Subscribe if you're new. You just checking us out. You like the content. Don't forget to subscribe and make sure when you put the notification bell on, you have it set to all so you can get all notifications.
big facts.
As I did say in a previous live, the Knicks do struggle with back to backs, but we did pull this one out in overtime. I believe it was 138, 132 against the Washington Wizards in the first game. Tea
Yeah.
time, your thoughts. Can I get some thoughts on this game?
Uh, we said it last live that these things like what happened last night could happen. You got the guys who getting these shot and they trying to prove something. What was son name that was scoring all night? I don't even know son name like that.
Coulibaly?
Champagny,
Oh,
Champagny.
Champagny. Yeah, one of the Champagny twins.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That
Justin.
was that was his night to show, his worth to the team, and he was playing a hell of a game, and we said this could happen, especially coming off of back to back. You know, they were saying that the team got in 2 in the morning. You could tell they was a little lethargic to start the game. Well,
Yeah.
for most of the game, but these are the games that you have a superstar for, right? These are what the superstars for. I was just telling Fluke earlier today when I was chopping with him. I said, yo, we used to be like the Wizards. We used to be that team that was fighting and clawing in these games against Goliath. And then what happens is that their superstars would take over and close the game out on us. And it feels good to be on the other side when we the ones who have the superstars that rise above all and shine the brightest in these type moments. Because that's exactly what JB and Cat did in that game. Cat had some big points in the third and fourth quarter. And JB just took over at the end of the fourth quarter. Is exactly what the captain should do. Josh Hart doing Josh Hart things as always. Having another double double, some big rebounds late in the game, and some good passes too. He finished with like 7 assists if I'm mistaken. But yeah,
Correct.
man,
Correct.
on the night, and again, Macau had another good game. He had over 20.
No.
You know
Yes,
what I
he
mean?
did.
Like, for as bad as we were shooting from the 3 point line, because to me, that's really where, what was keeping Washington in the game was the difference in 3 point shooting. I would think we shot like 25%, if I'm not mistaken. Fraz, correct me if
That
I'm wrong.
is no. You are. I don't have to. You are absolutely
Uh,
correct. 10 or 40.
yeah.
You're right.
That's nasty. When you shooting
Yeah.
that bad and still shooting 43 pointers, that's nasty. I think
Yeah.
that's a big part of the reason why what kept them in the game. Uh, I'm not sure what the paint stats are, but I can from watching, I imagine that we were dominant in the paint scoring aspect of the game. Uh, but yeah, man, that game was. Oh, we could complain about how close the game was and all this other stuff. It shouldn't have went to overtime. But what really matters, the most important stat, is the W in the win column for sure. You know what I mean? And what you said earlier, Fraz, how many of them things? It was 7 of them things?
What? Yeah, 7 of them things, as my good brother T Time will say. Seven
Se-
game win streak for your beloved New York Knicks right now.
7 of them
If I
things.
may, if I
Absolutely,
may,
absolutely.
if I may, since sis is not here, I'm a rep for you today, sis, because your number usually is 25, and we did get 26 tonight on a
Hmm.
tired night, on a back-to-back night. Yeah, we did get 26 assists tonight, and the Knicks still shooting over 50% from field goal percentage, which is still a good sight to see, despite the fact that we took 43-point attempts this game. And the Knicks hit 24 of 26 free throws tonight. So I was much improved from the free throw line. I was happy that free throws wasn't the thing that mattered. Josh Hart is the heart of this team, hands down. This is the second game in a row. He's pretty much closed the door on the opponent, where
Hmm.
his play at the end of the game pretty much sealed the victory for us. First, it was the Spurs game with the two key offensive rebounds to finish them off. And then again tonight with another key rebound and key free throws down the stretch of overtime to give us the win.
Hmm.
Our beloved captain had 55 points this game, 9 assists, 3 rebounds on 18 to 31 shooting, which tells me that the efficiency is still there in a high volume, even on a back to back. And his assist number is still up there, meaning he's definitely getting better at distributing the ball. And I think he's at that point where he's more comfortable distributing the ball a little bit more now because the numbers is showing you that he's been up around 7, 8, 9 most of these games, which means that he's just comfortable. He's getting more and more comfortable passing the ball around. But as T Time alluded to earlier, when he needs to take over, he took over like he did in this game. Bridges was 8 for 14. Welcoming to see. He had 3 assists, 3 steals, 3 rebounds. He was pretty much trying to do a little bit of everything, which
Hmm.
that's a wonderful sight to see coming from Manhattan Bridges himself. Of course, Cat had another double double, 30 and 14, 3 assists, 2 blocks on 13 and 19. So very efficient game for Cat in terms of scoring. Didn't miss many shots. I didn't think he was in foul trouble this game. Um, Josh Hart shot 50% from the field, 5 of 10, 13, 11, and 7, as T Time alluded to earlier. And there's two more things I'd like to allude to before I land the plane. The helmet that Precious gave that kid George was something of beauty. All right, because the way Shamit set up the break, and this is what I talk about when I say the Knicks can run people out of the gym, right? We get the rebound. Shamit gets the ball, pushes it up, wide open Precious. I don't know what made this kid George think he was gonna block Precious shot. Precious already had it on his mind. He was gonna give him the helmet. I'm like, yeah, here comes the and one. Dude, helmet and one. I'm like, yeah, figures. And then the last thing before I land the plane, I don't know if y'all know, but the Knicks have set an NBA record. What up, sis?
What up, y'all?
Yeah, what?
Oh, wait, hold on. A little technical difficulties. All right. Good. I was just about to land the plane, and then I'll let you say what you got to say on the game, sis. The last thing I was going to say was the Knicks set a record. The Knicks are the first team in NBA history to have 4 different players score over 40 points, I believe it is, in the first half of a season. If I'm correct, you can check that
Yeah,
stat. They actually shouted that stat out during the game. So I know it's a fact.
that's
But
accurate. That's Macau, that's OG, that's Cat, and that's JB.
that
All,
is
all of them
absolutely
have
correct.
all of them have 40 pieces.
Absolutely correct.
That's
Sis,
tough.
since you just pulled up, welcome in, welcome in.
Yeah, I ain't gonna
Give us
lie.
your thoughts on the game.
Before you do that, I was like, wait, this is unlike Anna.
Right.
So I caught
She,
Right.
myself taking a nap,
yeah,
and yeah,
I
that
say, yo,
that
she not even
Yeah.
taking a
extended
nap
nap.
right now. Nah, but shout out to you on the pull up, man.
Uh,
Talk to us about the game.
yeah, talk to us, sis. Go ahead. Your turn.
Um, I mean, the game was very frustrating to watch because, like we spoke earlier, they did in the previous episode. They didn't come out like the Knicks. They came out flat. I mean, it was the second game of a back to back. They definitely looked tired. Um, but it was very frustrating up until really the end of the third quarter, towards the end of the third quarter, where they started, when JB started going crazy, made it a little interesting. But I was sitting there watching the game like, we can't lose to these dudes. Like, there's no way. There's no way this happens. I'm gonna be so pissed off if this happens. And the captain did what the captain does and put the team on his back and didn't turn back. And then when he went out, I think it was either the end of the third or early fourth. Cap picked up right where he left off, and that made it exciting. That play to end regulation was pretty dope play, although it didn't go in.
You should dunk that shit.
Because I'm just like, knowing the Knicks, I'm like, someone's gonna take a stupid ass three.
Yeah.
And then it was like, since this is the first time we were in this situation, it's like, well, who's gonna take it? Right? So I mean, it
Yeah.
was good to see. It was a cute play, although it didn't go in. And then it was good to see, although the team was tired, in overtime, they just like T Time said last show, flipped the switch.
Yeah.
And it was good to see.
Mm.
I think I'm a little too old for games like this. My chest was
You
not
starting to
okay
sound
last
like T
yesterday.
Time right now. Yeah, T Time said the same thing on one of these episodes. I
Between
remember
my
it
age
too.
and not being used to these type of games anymore,
Yeah.
the
T
Knicks
Time
can't
said
be
the same
doing
thing
this
on
to
one of these episodes. I
us.
remember. That was
Nah,
hilarious.
nah, that's facts, man.
But we
Cardiac
did
Uh,
have
Knicks, man.
26
Cardiac
assists.
Knicks. Yeah.
Although it was a slow, nothing in the game was fun to watch. I didn't even realize they had 26 assists until I just looked at the stat.
yeah,
But we did
Yeah.
have 26 assists.
yeah. Well, it's still right in line with like Trav said, it's still right in line with what you say. Over 25 assists, we get the dub.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Exactly.
but you know, there's two things that I want to point out, right? Since now we got all the stats on the table. Before I do
Mhm.
that, we didn't do this. Shout out to Michael Brown in the building for sure.
Definitely. We got to get some shout outs in real quick.
Shout out to
Definitely.
Darlene in the building. You
Darlene, we
know
see you as always.
what I mean? What's that? Ingress. Shout out to Ingress in the
Yep.
building. You know what I mean? Maddie Smooth, my
Of
geyser.
course.
Yeah, Jay Eastwood, we see you. You know what I
Molly
mean?
Maw.
Uh, that's Marlon J. Eastwood.
That's
Yeah.
Marlon. J. Issa,
Oh,
Molly Maw. That's why you hear me say it every time. That's
shout
Molly
out to
Maw.
my
That ass.
guy. Yeah, shout out
Yeah,
to
that's
my
Molly
geyser,
Maw.
man, for real. And Latrell Sweetwell fan page.
In the building, as always.
Yeah, I refuse to believe that's actually him, but yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah. So back to what I was saying. You know, I'm gonna start off with saying, still shooting 52% when you're shooting 25% from 3 point range. Kind of is low key crazy. Who's coughing? It's low key crazy, right? That's low key crazy. That means that's how dominant you were in the paint, and that's why I was asking, like, how much? What was the paint scoring looking like? Because
78 to 60.
we won that battle. We weren't doing too great stopping them, but I'm saying, like, I don't understand why we still needed to take 43 pointers if we're being so effective going to the cup. Can't Like nobody was stopping us getting to the cup. I think if we went to the cup more often, we win this game easily. But no need to cry over spilled milk. You know what I mean? A win is a win is a win. We take it any way we can get it. Hey, yo, pause. That was crazy. Uh, Another thing that was absolutely crazy to me in my mind when I'm looking at the stats, right? Uh, JB 55 points, Cat 30 points, and you still got another 20-point scorer in the starting lineup. That is that's crazy.
We were talking about that
We
last
would,
night in the chat.
yeah. You didn't see
Three
us
guys
going.
got 106
Yeah.
points.
Between me and sis, we was going back and forth for like 5 minutes about that.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
think it was like,
wild.
what was it? What did we get? Like
106.
117 out of 4 players, something
Yep.
like that. Come on,
That
man, that's
sound about right.
disgusting, bro.
Yeah, because
That's disgusting, bro.
what's that? 51, 50, that's
Yep.
106.
106 on the
85.
three and add Josh Hart.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's 103. That's crazy, dog.
Four
That's
guys.
crazy.
Four guys.
Now,
Think about this, Knicks fans. Four guys. Go ahead, Tita. I'm sorry.
now you good, albeit, what's up? You need help? Hold on, I gotta unzip Ladybug out her costume.
No problem.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's absolutely bonkers, bro. Albeit being it the Wizards, I get it, but still, still, that's still outrageous to me. Uh, and Frag alluded to earlier, the free throw shooting that was becoming a little annoying to me.
Mm-hmm.
Being a best free throw shooting team in the league, or was the best free throw shooting team in the league. I think he's second now, or tied for
Yeah.
second.
Top for
Uh,
second now, I believe.
it made no sense the way we was missing free throws. And JB being the captain came out and was killing. He missed one. He was 16 for 17. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I mean, and that's leadership right there. I feel like everything start with the leader. You know what I mean? Like if your leader shows you that this is unacceptable, this is an unacceptable stat. The way we producing from the free throw line, the rest of the guys will follow, and they did that. Uh, like we missed two free throws out of 26. That's 92% from the free throw line. That is amazing, and I love it. But again, the reason
And I
why the
think they
one,
were all at the end because JB missed one at the end, and I think it
yeah,
was Josh
Yeah,
that
it
missed
was.
one or
They
Cat.
definitely
One of
were.
them two missed one at the
cat,
end.
cat.
Uh-huh.
Cat. It was Cat. Yeah.
Uh,
Josh hit all of his.
again, the reason why I don't want to be super hard on the Knicks for this being a nail biter, I mean, main reason we got the W, right? Second reason is we all kind of like said this the game before that it was hey, this could be a trap game. These people we got a lot of tryhards that's going to try to make a point because it's their time to shine. And especially when you got a team like the Knicks where the league is watching at this point, right? Like this is a big, even though you're in Washington, this is still a big stage because you're playing the Knicks. This is my
Mm.
and Cam Penny or Sham Penny was trying every bit to show that he one of them guys. You feel me? He played a hell of a game, and I ain't mad at that. But at the end of the day, this is why you go and get superstars. It's very cliche to say, but this is why you go and get superstars.
Ooh,
Because
ooh.
games like this, I'm letting it play right now, Fred.
No problem.
Games
No
like
problem.
this where it's very ugly and lethargic looking on both ends. Or you can't get any stops, and you just need somebody to go out there and take over and get buckets. This is why you have not one but two superstars on your roster. All right, Fred, go ahead.
Bring that comment back up on the screen. Bring that
Mm.
Uncle Drake comment up on the screen for me, please. Knicks fans, do you see this? We are 1.5 games out of first place, and y'all sitting here complaining, worried about Dante DiVincenzo, this and all this other. Yo, matter of fact, hit the button for me real quick. Man, I need a rant, man.
I don't even think we
Well,
got the button on.
I got a rant tonight. All right, and I'm gonna keep it brief. I promise y'all. Less than 5 minutes. I promise y'all. All right. Listen, man. All this complaining y'all Knicks fans is doing about the chemistry not being right, about certain things that happen in certain games. Every game is not going to be perfect. But guess what? Number one, your team is 12 games over 500. All right?
Your friend, sorry to cut you off, but we are officially one game behind the Celtics now. They
Oh,
lost
yeah.
to the
They lost to Indiana.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I stand corrected on that. And that's just because the game just ended. So
Hmm.
now we are one game out of behind Boston.
Second place. One game out of second place.
Oh, second. Where's Cleveland at? I need to hear where Cleveland at because
They
I
number
forgot
one,
Cleveland.
and I think they're five,
5 games, six
five
games.
and a half,
Five
five
and a
and a
half.
half.
Okay, so second. Excuse me. I take that back. So we are one game from second. Knicks fans, right? On the way to chase Cleveland, mind you. The best part of the season is coming. Why? There's still at least 2 games against Cleveland coming up later on in this season. All right. So again, Knicks fans, there's a possibility your Knicks squad can be in first place in the Eastern Conference. Why? Because not only because we said it here on Knicks is first, but it's because the numbers dictate how the game's being played. All right. So I don't want to hear no Dante this. Oh, yeah, yeah. Get y'all Mikal Bridges apology forms in because y'all owe that man an apology because he's been playing lights out ball for the last umpteen games. I can't even count 17 games now, something like that. All right. Um, you like I said, you got 4 different guys that have scored 40 points in a game this season. That is a testament to the level of players we have on the squad now. Knicks fans, enjoy the ride. It's only going to get better from here. The Knicks have a shot at number 1 seed this year. Let's be real. And I'm done. I'm landing the plane.
Yo, I just peeped this comment. Listen, that you put this up there, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for, yeah, that is some factual stuff.
Yep.
You
Very
feel me?
true. Very
And
true.
and to come out with the dub, because that game is a definition of a trap game, right?
It
Yes.
That
is.
game yesterday is the definition of a trap game, and it was looking like it. Look at the Wizards shooting percentage that's on the screen. You know what I mean? Like usually teams when they shoot those type of numbers, they go home with the W. But this team has a different type of resolve. You know what I mean? It may not be the same kind of in your face, gritty, grungy, pulling teeth and clawing nails type of W's, but we still find ways to win basketball games. The 3-point shot eluded us. We are one of the better 3-point shooter teams in the league, top 5. You know what I mean? In the league, I want to say top 3, but I don't want to be wrong. But I know we top 5 for sure. And
Definitely.
the, the last couple games, the 3-point shot eluded us. We didn't lose neither one of those games. We showed that we could win other ways, which was getting to the midi, getting to the paint. You know what I mean? Cat being more forceful. And I love the jump hook. I need to see more of that from Cat in that post work. You know what I mean? Because you are a 7-foot center. You know what I mean? And you have a decent wingspan. You put your arm up in the air and jump. There's not too many people that could contest you at the zenith of that shot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see more of it. But again, I got no complaints about Cat game except for the stupid fouls that he commit. You know what I mean? But yeah, other than that, we find ways to get these W's, man. And a lot of that has to do with OG, even though he has not been shooting the ball well these last few games, when it comes down to the stretch of these games, he's playing some defense. He was one of the main reasons we were able to tie the game in the later stages. Him alone got us 2 key stops in the last minute of the game. Uh, and that's important to just see the kind of resolve. Like Other teams and other players, if they're not having a great game, they'll hold their head down. They won't compete as hard on the defensive end. That's not who we are. That's not who OG is. And even still, he was having a bad game. He still hit a big 3-pointer. Hit the clutch gene. The one 3-pointer he hit, the whole game came in the clutch moments of the game. He was 1 for 5. That's tough. Shout out to OG for staying locked in, dog. That's important, man. This team is so good. This team is so good. My guy Fraz, he mentioned Landry Shaman earlier. I want to speak on Landry too.
Go
He didn't
ahead.
score, but the things I saw from him on a defensive end and him running in transition with the team, I'm like, this is why he's supposed to be here.
Yep.
This is why he's supposed to be here. The shot's gonna fall for Landry. Yeah, we just trying to get him back up into some real NBA conditioning. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But the shot's gonna fall for Landry. Landry's gonna start getting more than 6 minutes a game. You know what I mean? That's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Uh, I need Deuce to get back in the gym and whatever he was doing in the beginning of the season. We got to get back to that. You know what I mean? We got to get back to that. Deuce shot has kind of been,
Off a little bit.
yeah, a little bit. You know what I mean? He was 1 for 4. Deuce was on fire. Uh, I'm seeing. I'm not understanding why campaign minutes is being reduced this drastically. Uh,
They're going to Shamit.
Mm-hmm.
this is true, but
Shaman's
he
gonna
got.
get a lot of.
But that's the
Shaman's gonna
not
get.
that's the not the expanding of the of our
Yeah,
rotation.
Yeah.
rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I need Deuce, Campaign, and Shamit to come off the bench and play some minutes together. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be exciting. Impressions. That's going to be some exciting basketball.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I need that to happen. I need that to happen. I don't need Coach Tibb to slowly get back to his 8-man rotation. Because what's going to happen when
Mitch come back.
you hear me now? Are we going to cut precious minutes? Like that don't make sense to me. You know what I mean? You have the talent. It's not like we don't have the talent, right?
Facts.
We have the talent. It made sense years before last year and the years before. It made sense the 8-man rotation because I really don't feel like our roster was super deep like that. We wanted the kids to play, but it wasn't any like solid veterans on the. Not that many. I won't say any. It weren't that many. I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to zip up Ladybug and talk at the same time. The zipper's acting up. Uh, but yeah, we didn't have that many, proven veterans on a roster. Now we got that. Now we got that, and I want to see Tibbs play the guys. You know what I mean? Find more rest for the starters, so we can continue to close out games the way that we've been closing out, and we don't hit those games where we run into the wall and what the bumba. Yeah,
Listen, if
yeah.
Tibbs gets the starters down to like 28 to like 33 minutes,
Mm.
if I notice, I say if because we know it's gonna be a stub. Tibbs is very stubborn with this, right? If Tibbs finds a way to get our starters down to 28 to 33 minutes a game, I think the team would be better off because then you'd be able to play Shamit, Deuce, and Campaign off the bench at the same time, pretty much. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I don't
Not
see it
saying
because
he's gonna be real. Yeah. Go ahead, sis.
he's
I'm
so
sorry.
old school. It's like
Here we go.
I think until the bench can show in those limited minutes that they can score and not have issues, he's not gonna extend the rotation. I don't even know. I mean, at this point,
But
again, it's kind of a double-edged sword because the starting lineup still does need time together to still learn each other. It's still a learning process. Um, I don't know. But I did want to say, I need y'all to hit the like button. I only see 2 likes on YouTube. And I think we got like 15 or 16 people watching. I need y'all to hit the like button, y'all.
Yeah, big facts. Big
Um,
facts.
but like you said, T-Time, OG staying locked in regardless of how he was playing was awesome. And I think we always show Josh love, but what he gives to our team is unmatched. And
Mm-hmm.
although his numbers may not always be huge numbers, at the end of the games when you need a stop or a rebound or something, Josh is the one that is always there. You see him running for rebounds, out rebounding bigs. He's all over the court when it's do or die time. And for that we have to, thank Josh. I mean, since that trade with Portland, I mean, we have a winning record. I think it was 86-50 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
After that game, I mean, it's just insane. And I think the numbers with OG since the OG trade, it was something like 40 something and 13, 43 and 13. Just the impact of guys that may not always score big numbers, but their impact on the game is tremendous. That's why our team is constructed the way it is. Any given night, anyone can give you big points, but what can they give you defensively, effort wise? That's what a lot of teams don't have that we have. Um, and it's just these are the type of teams that we could only have wished for all these years. You know what I mean? And to go back to like what Fraz was saying, we just have to be very grateful. You see Knicks fans on social media pissed off of how we played yesterday. And I get it because of the team that we played. However, let's not forget they're still professionals. And a professional team on any given night can go off. I mean, like I was listening to the broadcast from Washington, and even they were saying like they don't usually shoot this well, but they are tonight, especially from 3 point line, the 3 point line. So we just have to, take it as it comes. I much rather take a win than a terrible loss.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just enjoy the ride. It's just the beginning, and I mean, this is how playoff games are going to be if we know what it is. Like they're going to be frustrating. They're going to be hard fought. It's going to be times when the Knicks are down and they have to come back. And I think I love to see it because it builds character. You know what I mean? Like to see them be able to be down by big numbers and then come back. In previous years, we didn't have that. It was like, okay, the Knicks went down by 13. This game is over.
Yeah. Yo, and you know what was even more crazy? We used to lose games like this
Yes.
against the subpar teams, the ones that we supposed to beat. We could go as far back, even during the Melo era when we were actually a good team at that. We lost a number of those we should have beat this team by a lot games, right? Because those teams, those try hard teams, will come out, punch us in the mouth, and we never respond. Even back to the Julius Randle first year playoff team, we lost a few games to those teams we should have beat. Uh, and now that's not the case anymore. We've been handling business. If I'm not mistaken, we like 12, 13-4 against teams under 500. Like that, this is the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, this is the way it's supposed to be as far as us handling business. Um, and and, and it's just the way that we don't give up in the game. It's like you can see the guys don't never get uh flustered or agitated with how I mean, well, they get frustrated, but you can see they still have that belief. Like I don't care how much they scoring, we still fitting to win this game.
Right.
and that what last night was. JB's like, listen, man, give me the rock, homie.
Right.
Give me
He like, I gave y'all a chance. Now it's my
the.
time. And you know what's crazy about his number? I don't know if y'all mentioned it before I jumped on. He didn't score in the second quarter.
Mm.
And he still ended
Good.
up with 55. That's
Well, see,
crazy.
I left you something. I'm glad I did.
Like that is crazy because that's what 55 in
In
three and
three
a half
quarters?
quarters.
Yeesh.
Yeah, my boy had 42 in the second half.
Second half. Yep.
That's tough. Yeah, shout out to
Crazy.
Stanley Man on the stat. Yeah, make sure y'all hitting that like button for sure too, man.
Man, sharing is
Yeah,
caring, y'all.
yeah, that's important. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, this is what we do. You know what I mean? This is what we do. This is what we supposed to do with. Hold on, my fault, y'all.
Daddy do these calls.
Yeah.
But nah, I mean, as frustrating as it was, I much rather have taken a W than be here bitching and moaning about a loss that we may regret down the line.
7 wins in a row.
Facts.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and
Seven of them
it's
things
that.
gonna be 8 of them things on Monday. You heard?
Yeah.
And tomorrow, 8 of them things on tomorrow. But yeah, man, very impressed. I ain't got much else. I mean, we could go on to you know talk about tomorrow's game, or unless y'all got some other topics that y'all want to talk about. Don't only have to be about you know the game in general, but just the Knicks verse period. You know what I mean?
I'm really good. I mean, I haven't really seen too much out there as far as
Yeah.
controversy. It's just,
I just want to repeat again, man. Yo, stop posting these trade rumors on my timeline, gang. Stop doing it. It's annoying to see. It's annoying to see. You know, everybody. Oh, Jericho Sims is on the trade block. Like, bro, Jericho Sims is probably not going to go anywhere. You know what I mean? Because I also believe that this team is still kind of bracing themselves. God forbid if anything major happened. I don't even want to say the word, but y'all know what I'm saying. Don't even want to say the
hmm
word, but y'all know what I'm saying. So you keep a Jericho Sims because you know he's serviceable. You know he's gonna be ready when his number's called. Uh, but is it a possibility that he still? Yeah, obviously, anything could happen, but I doubt it. Stop doing it. Like my guy Fraz said earlier, y'all need to stop worrying and complaining. I always see Knicks fans complaining about stuff that don't even matter. Look how well we playing. 7 of them things in a row. 1 game behind Boston. 5.5 against the absolutely scorching hot Celtics. Celtics. The Cavaliers. Cavaliers ain't missing no beats this season, bro. They ain't so far this season. They haven't missed no beats, and we're still, even though we had a tenuous start. You know what I mean? Starting off the season 5-6, we still only 5.5 behind them. You know what I mean? So again, there's nothing for us to worry about. It's not like the Celtics are playing hard with it. Right now, they're playing bad basketball, but still, they got off to a really good start too. We're only 1 game behind them, so that just goes to show you how well we played in the month of December. You know what I mean? If you look at the numbers as far as our defensive rating go, by the month, it's gotten better every month. And you got to also still remember that, we still trying to get Precious Achua back acclimated. He's playing a lot of minutes some nights, but he's still not completely in rhythm. You can see that. Um,
Mhm.
we just got Landry Shamet back. So it's going to take some time for him to get fully acclimated to what we're doing. Somebody in the comment I was mentioning about campaign, they said he still might be hurt. You know what I mean? And
I
that's
saw
a
that.
possibility because he had like a calf or a hamstring thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those things linger. You know what I mean?
nagging.
So
Yep, nagging.
yeah, yeah. So and then we still waiting on Big Mitch Rob to get back. So we ain't even see the best version of this team yet. And this team has already shown you that they're top two in the league offensively. In the month of December, number one defensively in most of the major statistical categories,
Top
right?
five overall defense.
And we still not even the best version of ourselves yet.
Yep.
Well,
Need I
we
say
should
more?
it should be nothing but smiles from ear to ear. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we killing. and we're going to continue killing. Tomorrow we're going to absolutely demolish the Wizards. They lost the element of surprise now. Like for them to steal one of these wings yesterday was the best chance. That was the element of surprise. They came out, they
Hmm.
played fast, they played hard, and pause. That was crazy. But they the element of surprise is gone. We're gonna get back to doing what we're doing. I don't see us continuing to shoot this poorly from 3 point range. We're gonna get. I'm pretty sure the guys got some good nights sleep. We didn't have to travel nowhere. You know what I mean? Uh, you know, Coach Tommy T, as much of a hard coach people like to say he is, we also Josh Hart and them gave us an insight that his practices ain't much about shit. I'm sorry about crap. Uh, and it's just mostly walk through. So that's just extra rest for the guys. And I expect them to come out next game and from opening tip, pause, be aggressive. You know what I mean? And pack these guys up early. We're gonna win by a lot. Whatever the spread is, take it.
I was just about to say, if we since we on the subject of vets to take, y'all might want to lock in Cat for a double double and Josh Hart for 10 points and 6 rebounds once again, because those is all gonna happen. I'll tell you that right now. And
Yeah,
T Top might be right, depending on how that spread looks. I might end up taking it. Not to
yeah.
be
Now
funny.
we're gonna win
If
by
it say
20.
five and a half, if it say five and a half, yeah, I'm on it. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm on it.
You're fresh. We win by 20 tomorrow, gang.
Well, guess what? Minus 9.5 on the Knicks spread tomorrow. How about
Yeah,
that? Let's
for
just
sure,
let's just
for
call
sure.
it a number.
For sure, for sure. That's what I'm taking. Alt spread minus 9.5 because we winning by
Hmm.
20 for sure. You know
Like
what I
that.
mean? I'm confident in that. But yeah, to give some analysis on how we should win, I don't think that we need to, but protect the ball in the first half. Yeah, I mean that's becoming a thing. I don't know why, but it's becoming a thing. Protect the ball in the first half. Uh, chase guys off the 3 point line. I know they don't want to do that because I know they don't want to put Cat in more foul prone situations. This is why I think the closeouts are mostly to make people shoot over the top of defense instead of closing out extra hard and giving lanes to the basket because one, Cat is not a particularly great rim protector. Two, you don't want to give more chances for him to be in foul trouble. So this is where I think while teams shoot better 3 point percentage on us so far this season because of that reason. But yeah, you know, this game I think you got to chase these guys off the 3 point line. They showed ability to hit 3 pointers against us in the way that we was playing defense. Cat has to step up in the drop coverage and stop giving these guys these mid range jump shots with absolutely no defense. I understand he wants to get back to the role guy, but you also got to make the ball handler make a play. You know what I mean? You got to make a play. You just can't give them open mid range shots. I don't care who it is. They're in the NBA. They can hit a mid range shot. They may not be great at it, but a wide open one, they gonna hit that. You feel me? 9 times out of 10, unless his name is Ben Simmons. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, get back to playing Nick basketball. Although we did have 26 assists, I want to see more. I want to see us get back to 30 assists. I want to see more cutting. I don't think it was enough cutting in that game. I think we all, especially in the second half, we started watching the Jalen Brunson show, and I ain't mad at it because it worked out beautifully. But we could do more with the cutting to the basket, and I'm gonna land the plane there.
I will say this: Kyle Kuzma isn't on the injury list for tomorrow's game, so he's probably gonna play. Doesn't mean anything. We're still gonna beat them. Um, I think importantly for this game, we need to attack the paint because clearly they can't stop us in the paint. They can't stop JB from getting into the paint. They can't stop anything from happening in the paint. Um, I want to say take their hearts out early. Let's end this game early. Let's give our bench an opportunity to play. And the only way that that's going to happen is if our starters come out strong and we take their hearts out early on. Um, there's no way this game tomorrow is anything like what we saw yesterday. I don't
Mm,
expect it. I expect a much different outcome game wise with the same outcome at the end of W.
for
Um,
sure.
I, for me personally, I want to see the number of free throw attempts go up. I want to see it get up to around 35, 40. I think the Knicks have a team that could take advantage of getting to the free throw line, as you saw already early on in this season, with them having a number one rank at one point at free throws. But I think we need to get there a little bit more because what a free throw is a little mini break in the game too, as well. You know, give you guys a little chance to get a little breather real quick while one of your teammates is shooting two free throws. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Knicks should take advantage of that, not just this game, but moving forward through the rest of the season. As well, we need. I think they need to come down to about 15 to 23 point attempts, at least for right now. The points in the paint is key, and the mid range is key. And I see Mikael Bridges is heating up in that mid range, so I think you need to let Mikael Bridges get to his spot and let him do his thing, create off the dribble because a lot of times he has the matchup playing the Wizards, and he's able to shoot over the top of the whoever they put on him most of the time. So I think you should look to give Mikael Bridges a few more touches than he got last game. This game, give him a chance to get hot early, and then now you got at least somebody else getting hot with JB and Cat, and you got that three guy movement going forward where you got three guys scoring at least that 20 points. You want to keep that benchmark.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man. One, that's another. Every night is three guys 20 plus. That's crazy. That's yo. I keep on saying it's crazy because I don't remember. I don't know when the last time I've seen this. I don't know if I ever seen this on a night to
90.
night basis. You got three guys every night giving you 20 plus. I don't know if I ever seen this in my whole basketball watching time. Yeah, I mean maybe the LeBron Heat, maybe, and I think that's not even the case because I think Chris Bosh was usually around
About
like
oh,
16 to
15,
18.
15. Yeah, I was gonna say 15, 18.
Yeah, yeah, like he was around that. But to have three guys, and it's not the same three guys every night. It's a different person. Like it is interchangeable. Yeah, I mean, which is so fire about this team. I said it before. I'll say it again. That is so fire about this team is that the scoring, especially in the starting lineup, could come from anywhere. It could come from anywhere. We said it earlier. The first team in the NBA in the first half of the season to have four guys,
Four,
four guys
four
that
guys.
give you a 40 piece, no sauce. You know what I mean? 40 piece nugget, no sauce. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. That's crazy. First time ever. Talk about it. You know what I mean? We talk about it. And we gonna get into some more historic stuff as the season progresses, man. Uh yeah. But shout out to Solid City in the building. You welcome. Yeah. Wait, no, he said something about you welcome. You know what I mean? You welcome. Thank y'all and you welcome. You know what I mean? Thank y'all and you welcome. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah,
I
but
think
yeah.
one thing yesterday was that was funny to me was the post game when that Bilal kid said that he played solid defense against JB. I was just laughing. I'm like, bro, someone drops 55 on your head and you consider that solid defense?
You talk about Koulibaly? Talk about
Yeah.
Koulibaly, right?
Uh-huh.
He
Yes.
shouldn't even. Nah, that he shouldn't even came on camera and said that, man. He made himself look foolish, man.
Maybe he should have shut up. Yeah, I mean, maybe he should have shut up. But sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes, even when you do, I don't think he played that great at defense. I saw JB mixing him all which way, but even some nights when you do play great defense, great players can beat great defense. And JB is that. Yeah, I mean, I don't care how good you feel you are on defense. If JB got it going, ain't nothing you could do. Ain't nothing you could do. You're cooked. You feel me? You are cooked. Yo, listen, this is a great question.
I was about to put it up too.
This is a great question. Are you if you're asking tea time, if you're asking tea time, the answer is absolutely yes. Because they're doing the things that super teams do. You know what I mean? They're doing the things that super teams do. A super team is multiple stars on a team, right? Am I not mistaken?
Yep.
Is Macau not in these last few weeks been playing like a star? Has OG at points in the season have been playing like a star? We already know Cat is should be in MVP conversation, and so should Jalen Brunson so far this season. So those four alone, and then you got Josh Hart doing fringe All Star type numbers, right? Like a guy that in any other circumstances doing what he's doing, we be like, yo, we might need to start considering this guy to be a part of the All Star team. You know what I mean? You just know that it's not going to be realistic because we already got two guys that's going. But in any other situation, you'll be looking at Josh Hart like maybe he needs some votes to go to the All Star game, or maybe he need a coach, the coaches to put him in. But yes, so if you're asking me to land the plane, yes. Most people will say no because it ain't all the superstar big names, but they're doing super team things. Excuse me,
No,
playing
I
land.
agree. I mean, I think the answer to that is yes. And like you said, we're not the big names that everyone loves to talk about. Cat, I do think is a big name. I think he made a name for himself in Minnesota, and I think JB has made a name for himself as a Nick. Um, and I think when you see when you talk about the best in their positions, I think both of them get brought up easily. And like you said, OG and the other guys doing what they need to do. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't have to have 3 and 4 stars. Championships get won by role players. We
Mm-hmm.
have the stars. We have Cat and JB. What's going to make us win is the rest. And our rest can give more than the other team's rest. That's
Mm-hmm.
a super team to me.
Listen, when you have a, a lineup so potent that when you interchange guys from first and second unit and throw a combination out there, and 8 times out of 10, they're winning, that to me is a sign of a super team. Because if y'all haven't noticed, there's been a number of different lineup combinations so far that we've seen with the Knicks through this 22-10 record that we have through these first 32 games. And that's because of the tinkering. As we know, Tibbs is a tinkering coach, and the fact that he's figuring out what works and what doesn't, injuries, etc. Um, to have a boosted offense now from when we were at the outset of this rebuild 3, 4 years ago, to me, also shows a sign of a super team because it's like you got guys that can score. You have six potential 6 to 8 guys that can score at least 10 points on a night. Like, and they don't miss a beat. When one's not there, the other one fills in pretty much the same way. So to me, this next team can be considered a super team because of the fact that our bench is pretty much better than 90% of the league.
Well, I want to piggyback on something that Mrs. Nick said. You know that championships are won by the role players. Literally, to me, we already know what we're getting out of JB and Cat, right? That's a given. Uh, we win because of we. If we win a championship, when we win a championship, it's going to be because of what Macau, OG, and Josh do. Uh, that's to me that's the key to unlocking the championship for us. Because I feel like when you go down the rosters of most teams, right? Uh, when you get past the first three of their best players, can't no. I maybe Boston. No, because their best three players. Yeah, Boston. Because when KP's healthy, they're the only other team that you could go down the roster and be like, yeah, on this given night, he could give you 30, 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 right? Like that's
Hmm.
the only other team I feel like confidently that I could do that. Like with the Cavs, I feel like they play great as a team, but I don't feel like I have the same like you got Mitchell, you got what's the other guy? Garland
Garland,
and and
Mobley, and Jared
maybe
Allen.
maybe Mobley. He's
Yeah.
not a Mobley can also give you 30. Like I said, the best three players. After that, you be like, I don't fear nobody else to go on no like major scoring like tangent like we could
Yeah.
do on the Knicks, right? We could go down the list. We could go obviously you got JB and Cat. Then you got Macau that already gave you 40. You got OG that already gave you 40 and a couple 30-point games, right? But Macau also gave a couple 30-point games, if I'm not mistaken, right? And then you got Josh Hart that we've seen from last season when it was needed could give you a 30-point game if necessary, right? Like, and then you got guys that could come off the bench that could give you 20. You got Deuce that can light you up for 20. You got a campaign that can light you up for 20. And the same thing with Landry Shamet that can light you up for 20. Off the bench, dog. Like, so this is where we talk about is this team a super team? Not by namesake, right? Not by namesake. But if you look at the total body of work of all the people that's on our team, except for maybe Deuce, because Deuce doesn't have that extensive resume as everybody else on the roster. But when you look at it, you be like, yeah, that is tough. This is a super team. Like the way that they formed this team together, man. It just yeah,
That comment right there
yeah.
says it all.
Facts.
This is a fact. This is a fact. This is a fact. And it's been multiple times this season that JB didn't
Yes.
have it, and then we win by 20 something. That's crazy talk.
Yep.
That's crazy talk, man.
The Orlando
Uh,
game. The Orlando
yeah,
game.
yeah. Yeah. And once you start really looking into the offensive numbers and what we're doing, like, bruh, it's craziness. Like I keep on saying crazy because I don't have a better word for it, bro. It's real craziness what you look at what we're doing offensively, and then you factor in the fact that we are not even close to being what we fully are. You know what I mean? Or what we fully going to be. You know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I ain't got nothing else.
Well, if everybody don't have nothing else, don't forget to press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. Down in the banner, y'all see the link for the Shopify. Please, please, if you're interested, get you one of them Knicks hoodies. You can see the two colors that we got on the screen, black and gray. Go check the
Absolutely.
Shopify out. Go get you a Knicks and Ish hoodie. And if there's nothing else,
Yeah, yo,
we
if
will.
it's your first time watching us on the YouTube, you know what I mean, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you can get a notification whenever we live, whatever we post reels and things of that nature. Because I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit more content. You know what I mean? Like, cause it'd be stuff that happened right in the like. It'd be stuff that come across my desk, and I be having like an idea, like yeah, I'm gonna say this, and then I get to the live, and it be already gone. So now I think I'm gonna start like dropping some little brief videos. Kev was doing that for a while. Y'all remember when Kev was doing that for a while? Like he used to drop the reels with the videos playing in the background and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start doing some stuff like that, and yeah, y'all gonna want to see that because that's gonna be more candid and a lot of rage. Yeah, probably gonna be a lot of rage in those videos. But yeah, shout out to everybody that pulled up. Shout out to everybody that was active in the comments. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we see y'all tomorrow after we get this dub. 8 of them things in a row loading. You heard? Good night, y'all.